Greetings, Hawklings, Cyberdogs, fellow fishing enthusiasts. We are back at Emerald Lake, and it is a nice sunny, early afternoon. It's 11 a.m., the start of the peak time for fishing. Now, I've already done a little bit of experimenting as far as cast and bait casting, but as far as flow fishing, well, guys, you're not going to really catch any of the real big ones here, but, you know, any of you who are fishermen like myself, sometimes you just like to fish for the little guys too. I love to catch sunfish. I love to catch pumpkin seed. I love to catch crappie. I love to catch yellow perch. It's just a lot of fun. And, you know, if you're just playing this game just for the fun of it, you're not sitting here trying to beat other people. I mean, you may just want to come in here, relax, catch some sunfish, and just have a good time. And I'm going to basically do a little bit of that in this particular episode. Now, I have a pretty good rod here, and let me take a look here. On this rod I've got, let's see, I believe this is a number 6 hook, which is somewhere in the middle as far as sizes go. I've got waxworms, which, guys, waxworms are like the Weapon X in regards to flow fishing, especially with sunfish. And I've got a decent sized bobber, and you don't really need a very heavy line in this case. Even if you were to catch anything off this hook, it would probably be nothing bigger than a young pike, and he isn't going to break that line. So anyway, guys, let's go ahead and let me show you. I happen to be at this point in time on this one particular peg over here called Midland Charm. Now, normally I'm on the Dock of Peace, but Midland Charm is off to the side, and the fishing there is a little bit different. So I'm going to go ahead and try out my luck here a little bit with float fishing. Now, you can do some bait casting over here, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna do an episode on that or not. If you guys want me to, I can, but for right now I don't plan to, since I've already kind of hit the pike and the walleye pretty hard. Anyway, guys, let me show you first of all on your lead. It seems like the prime length is about 20 to 19 inches for this little area over here. It's very shallow, but the crappie are just everywhere over here, guys. Now, this is the place where you're going to be fishing when you first start the game. They stick you over here and you catch your first, well, I think it's like the second part of the tutorial, and they tell you to put it at 19 inches. But as with float fishing, you have to be patient. There's a lot of waiting involved, so if you see a little bit of a phase in, phase out, I might have stopped it just because of the time. But trust me, I've been waiting. Anyway, let's just see what happens. Alright, guys, oh wow, that was a little, I kind of reacted strongly to that one, but I got him. He's on there. It's probably a crappie. Yep. Black crappie. I was kind of, you know, going into a little, not dozing, but I was kind of like, oh. Alright, guys. Right here I'm going to try. Turn that daggone drag down. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to react so strongly. It's like, yank! Yeah, right here. That's where I want. I wanted to get a little bit closer. Now, these guys sometimes they hit hard. I mean, it didn't even go bob up and down. It was just like, yank. Yeah, this is the kind of fishing that I always did as a kid. We didn't do that much bait casting. With kids, you know, you want to keep it kind of simple. And the old cane pole was probably the first thing I ever fished with. That's something I really wish they would implement in this game. That would be so much fun to just try our luck with cane poles. That's a lot more challenging than having all this fancy stuff. Alright, we're getting a little action now. He seems to be interested. Now, there we go. Yep, another crappie. He was a little bigger than the last one. We'll go ahead and keep him too. Now, I'm going to change this bait to redworms. Now, I can usually get crappie with redworms, but a lot of times if I have fish with the redworms, I will also get the yellow perch, which can be in these lily pads as well. Now you're going to find the yellow perch really just about anywhere near lily pads or grass, around the dock, especially the trophy yellow perch just off the dock, as you saw in the last episode. But you're probably not going to catch a trophy yellow perch with this kind of bait. I'm not saying you won't, but it's not as likely. They do seriously like the 1/4 ounce and the 1/2 ounce red and white spoons. Okay, now we're getting some action. This isn't always, everything happening all at once. Sometimes it is. But most of the time you just sit and wait. It's very relaxed. He's interested. There we go. Okay, I tend to yank a little hard, but I want to be sure I've got him hooked. I'm not sure, but this might be a golden shiner. No, there it is, yellow perch. Now, just like I told you, I'm going to go ahead and get a snapshot of this, guys, real quick here. Now, I'm going to do something different here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and lengthen my leader. I'm going to put it to about usually between 50 and 60 inches, but if you come over here, you'll see those reeds right there. Now, if I'm not mistaken, right next to those reeds is a little bit deeper, and I don't think it's 60, but 50 I think is what I remember. Let me make sure here. I'll cast it over here, because I think there's like a drop-off. I'm not sure. Yeah, see? There's a drop-off right there, so you got to go a little bit deeper. And you can often catch a lot of the yellow perch here. You can catch crappie here, young northern pike. The occasional grass picker will go after something like redworms, but not every time. But it has happened. Stranger things have happened. Not sure. There we go. There we go. Come on, fish. What do we got here? Another yellow perch. So they are there without a shadow of doubt. Now I'm going to try to cast this right amongst the lily pads now. The line I have on here is pretty strong. It's not seriously strong, but strong enough. These guys they like to hide in the lily pads, so if you can get about a 0.008, something like that, of braid, you can get in there, and if you get a snag, you probably will not lose your lure. Notice I said probably. They're going, hey, he said probably. No, you probably won't. I can't help it. I can't say 100% you won't. It's not in my nature to be that adamant. Yeah, when I was a kid, guys, it was, at that time, if you can believe it, when you were young, you could pretty much go anywhere you wanted to. You didn't have to worry about being kidnapped or strangers in white vans. you could just go pretty much anywhere you wanted to. And I used to take my fishing pole and throw it around over my shoulder, get a stringer, grab some bread or grab some cheese or even bacon and head on close to this stream that was real close to where I used to live, and just spend the entire day. And pretty much this is what I caught. I caught a lot of, bluegill and small catfish and pumpkin seeds. It's a lot of fun, guys. I don't know if your fathers have ever taken you fishing like this, but it's some good memories and it's a lot of good bonding time. Alright, we're going to try something different here. Seems a little quiet over there right now. That's fine. They seem to be a little on the finicky side right at the moment. So I think what I'm going to do is... I've been wanting to try these too, guys. These are called semolina balls. And to be perfectly honest, I've never used them. And I'm going to see about changing my hook here. I think I've got a 6 on there right now. Let's put an 8. Let's put one a little smaller. I mean, we're not going to go with like super small. And I think I'm going to lengthen my lead just a little bit here. Take it up to 60 inches. And I'm going to throw it right out here in front of the dock. Whoa! That was a stinky cast. Let's try that again. What is going on? Huh. That's weird. Doesn't want to cast. There we go. I don't know what the heck was going on there for a minute. Yeah, I just want to see if these guys will go after these. I have never fished with them. I can't swear to you that it's going to catch anything. But I thought I'd give it a shot. Well, it looks like something's interested in it. Well, looks like the pumpkin seeds like them. Let's see if there's anything. I don't know. Let's try a little closer. Yeah, I've never heard of that. That's a bait I've not used, to be perfectly honest. I don't know if it's something that's familiar to you guys, but growing up in the Midwest, I guess we just never used those. We're more apt to use things like blood baits, things like that for fishing for catfish. That's what, I mean, catfish is what I primarily fished for most of the time. That's something I really wish they would emphasize a little harder in this game, is fishing for catfish, because I mean, there's all kinds. I mean, there's flatheads and blue cats, and they do have bullheads and channels, but that's not the only catfish there are. Because those other fish, they get quite big. They make these guys look like nothing. And I have got a fish, and I was petting my dog and talking. Yep, they definitely like that salmonella. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. So, note to self: to catch sunfish, use semolina balls. and check it out. Marshmallows. Ever heard of fishing with marshmallows? I can't say that I've ever tried it in real life. Have tried it in this game, and it seems to work quite well. Apparently the little buggers have quite the sweet tooth. See? I'm already getting some interest. Most likely going to be sunfish, but that's fine. Yep. So there's another one you can use, guys. Marshmallows are cheap. Cheap bait. Yeah, I believe it also is good for crappie, which I'm kind of curious to try, actually. I haven't tried that. Alright, we'll cast tears. Maybe it's Alright, we're gonna have to reel this in a little bit. I think what it is I'm having a little bit of difficulty seeing where the bar is on that, and it's not quite getting up to the line, so it's miscasting. Lord, that didn't take long. There you go. Note to this, guys. If you want to catch crappie, try marshmallows. We have proven they work. Alright, let's see here. Anything else we want to try off the top? Because we've got dough balls, and I'm sure you've seen that. Now the small minnows I'm saving for the other side, and there's a reason for that. Because the small minnows, those are going to be most likely for the young pike. A crappie will go for them sometimes too, but we're going to go to the other peg here. The Dock of Peace. And let's get down here. Alright, I'm going to take this lead down again. Oh heck, no wonder it wasn't working. Oops. Let's pull this in a little bit. There we go. Now, if you're fishing with a lead on it like that is, as long as it's sitting at a slight angle, it's okay. Well, something seems interested in it. Well, it seems to have lost interest. That's usually when they just go yap right into it. Come on. You know you want to. You know you want to. Come on. There we go. Finally. But he just was taking his sweet time of trying to go for that. There you go. Young northern pike. Isn't he pretty? that's one thing you can use. You don't have to always use the spoons. They do like the minnows. And we're going to try that one spot that I had right over here one more time as well. I'm sorry guys, I had to stop recording for just a second, and of course the fish went after it. But here we have a redfin pickerel, also off the minnows, and he was right out here. Right in that location right there. And they will go for it, as well as the young northern pike and the chain pickerels. Right there. And you need about a 60-inch lead. And they go for it quite often. We've got an interested party. And there we go. Okay, this one's substantial. He isn't a baby, that's for sure. Come on. Don't want to... I'm thinking this might be a chain pickerel, but I'm not sure. Whoa, he is really fighting. He is really fighting. Come on, little guy. Yep, I was right, chain pickerel. So you got to see every type, just about. Let's go ahead and keep him. Anyway guys, we have definitely run out of time here. So I appreciate you spending this time with me, and please be sure to share, comment, like, and subscribe. And I will be back. Hopefully I can speak a little louder, but right now I've been whispering because my wife is asleep. So I apologize for that. But anyway guys, until next time, bye bye.